Jai Shri Mataji to all. Now we'll namaskar to Shri Mataji. Now we'll rise our Kundalini and take a bandhan. Now we ask Shri Mataji to give us permission to do foot soaking and going into the meditation. Mother, please grant us permission to do the foot soaking and meditation today. Now we put our feet into the water. And before that, we'll just take mantra Samudra Devata. Om Vamev Sakshat Shri Samudra Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah. Now we'll put our feet into the water. We'll take a Ganesh mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namah. We will put our both hands towards the Mother Earth and bringing our attention to the base of the spine, where our Mother Kundalini resides, keeping the attention and asking Mother to rise. Slowly bringing your attention as we move upwards from the Swadhisthana chakra to the Nabi, from Nabi to heart chakra, from heart chakra to Vishuddhi chakra, from Vishuddhi to Agya, from Agya to Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra where we keep our attention. Now we put our both hands in the lap, attention on your crown chakra. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we put our right hand on top of our head. Here we say, "A Mother Kundalini, thank you, Mother. Thank you for nourishing me. Thank you for awakening inside me. Thank you for giving me the true knowledge. Thank you, Mother, for balancing me. Thank you, Mother, for letting me know myself, my purpose." Now we rotate our hands 7 times. Here we ask, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother, please make me innocent. Now we put our right hand back in my lap. Taking a few deep breaths. As we take a deep breath, we are exhaling all the impurities in the water, all the difficulties, all the stress. Now we ask Mother Kundalini to come in our heart and open our heart completely like an ocean. Attention on your crown chakra and heart chakra. Mother, please come to my heart so I can clean my heart, so I can worship your lotus feet in my heart. Mother, by your grace, I'm a pure spirit. Please bless me with all the qualities of the heart chakra. Here we take a mantra. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Durga Mata Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Mother, please balance my all chakras. Please balance my all channels so that I can enjoy the thoughtless awareness state. Now we put our right hand towards left heart. Here we wish and pray asking Shri Mataji, make me the way you want me to be. Teach me the way you want to teach me. Show me the way you want to show me. Mother, we thank you for everything again and again. And for keeping our attention, being in our attention again and again. Mother, please be in our attention so that we never go into imbalances or difficulties. Now we'll put our right hand back in our lap. Taking a few deep breaths. And letting go of all your impurities in the water element. All the negativity, low emotions, let it go into the water element. Mother, you do everything, I do nothing. Please cleanse me, make me in balance. We'll take a mantra here. Mahant Ankar Sakshat. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Mahat Ahankar Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Mother, by your grace, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself and all the thoughts because they are not mine. I am just a pure spirit. Mother, please forgive me if I have done anything wrong, knowingly or unknowingly. Please forgive me, Mother. Keeping our attention on your crown chakra. As we move forward, keep reminding yourself that we have to put our attention on our crown chakra. Now we will wash our feet. I hope everyone is back. Now we'll listen to Srimataji's talk, continuing from last week. Keeping our attention in our Sahasrara chakra.
Now, what he found out that when people die, then some of the souls are born again just after a few days. These people are just very ordinary type of people. That's how we brought in a kind of category. So they are the people who have died. They are of a category, one category, where they exist for a very short time in the collective subconscious, and then they take their rebirth. They are very ordinary people, aimless, useless. Hours which are not yet fulfilled. Like there's a drunkard, and a drunkard can join another human being who is living who would like to drink. So once he starts getting this
Oh dear. She doesn't know what she's doing. I'm about to leave. I don't even know what you're fucking doing. Stupid game.
So once it starts, uh, getting into the habit of drinking, some of these souls can just jump on that person. And when they jump on that person, they can make him a real drunkard. I remember of a lady who was a very short, petite person, came from Cuba, in America when I went first. And she told me that she is very sick of herself. Her husband told me that she can take one whiskey bottle full, neat sometimes. Looked at her, such a little thing, I said, how can she do it? So, I put a bandhan on her and I saw a huge, big Negro standing behind her. So I said, do you know some Negro? Immediately she jumped on me. She said, Mother, you see that one? You see that one? That's the one who drinks, not me. Of course, I cured her, and after that she gave up drinking completely. So, whenever you start getting into a habit in a bad way, you lose complete control of yourself, and a spirit sits on you and it controls you. And when it controls you, you do not know how to get rid of any habit. That's why it's difficult to get rid of habits. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, when the Kundalini rises, what happens? That the spirits, these dead spirits, leave you and you become all right and you give up. That's how it works. I would say that all this Mahavira did not tell, nor did he find out all these things, because he was not a scientist, I think, or I don't know why. But what he has talked about is the hell. And he has said that if you do this kind of a thing in your lifetime, then what kind of a hell you will get. And he has described the hell in a very I should say, openly and in a very detailed manner. And it's really horrible to know that a human being who thinks no end of himself ultimately will get to that kind of a hell, and some are permanently doomed to be there. But as incarnations take birth, also these devils, some of them who are completely doomed to live in hell, also take their birth. And when they take their birth, they try to trouble us. And they can take birth as you know, as our gurus and things and everything is happening now. You find it how these people are taking their birth and how they are misleading us. How they are using the left swadhisthana, or we can call it the left side, just to immobilize us completely. So when a person is possessed, as you must have seen, a person gets possessed, he cannot feel vibrations. There are all kinds of symptoms about such a person. But in Sahaja Yoga, what do? Is to take the name of Mahavira. Because Mahavira runs all the way on the Ida Nadi and comes and stays here onto the, we can say, the point which is for our superi. And it sees, controls, works out, cleanses, and does all that is required to put a person right after surgery. So we have to be really very thankful to him for doing this kind of work, which is very filthy and dirty, because these people don't mind even sitting in the bathroom, like that we can say, or sitting with everything and meditating. They can do anything. They are very dirty people. absolutely dirty. When they become tantrikas, they try all kinds of dirty things, and with that, they actually create a problem between themselves and the god. Say they'll go to a temple of a goddess and start misbehaving with a woman there. So the goddess will disappear. And once the goddess disappears in that area, they call all these booths from the left side. So now we have all these souls which are lying, hanging in the air, trying to come back to a conscious thing and to possess someone. Plus these, we have these masters of the left side who know how to catch hold of these people and put them on somebody, or to remove from them someone and to put somebody else. So it's a continuous process, and this makes a person absolutely mad and good for nothing. Now when we know all this, still we get caught up on the left side. So yogis do get caught up. That's why I think this Mahavir Jayanti is a very, very great thing for us to observe. Now why was he called Mahavira? Because only a person like him, Veera means a person who is brave, who is chivalrous. Because only he could do this. So only he could enter into the being fully and could kill, or we can say destroy, those horrible Rakshasas, devils, all these negative things that come to us. Now, as you know, we use left side very much for so many negativity that is torturing us. But if there is no help, say from Mahavira, we cannot do it. We call the name of Mahavira, we could call him Saint Michael, we can call him by any name, but Mahavira because he was a human being. All this works out because of him. And he is such a great identity. He himself took a birth as a human being, difficult for saints to take birth as human beings. Moreover, you see the whole concept of hell and all that is described in any scripture is a fact. It exists. And if you try to go in there, you see, when I try to go there and to find out, I just go off to sleep sort of thing. In my sleep I find out all the things that are happening about person, how much he's got up, what he's done. It's not an easy thing to do with the conscious mind. You have to take to the subconscious and you have to go into sushupti, in a deeper sleep, to see what's happening in the left side. It's a very funny situation, I think. And for Sahaja Yogis also to enter in it, I would not advise. But one should get rid of the problems of the left side with the help of Mahavira. When this chakra is caught up, what you find is a big lump of bone coming out on the right side. So you have to take the name of Mahavira just to remove that pressure from the left side. Now many people do not even know why they suffer. Why should they suffer when they have done nothing wrong? Because they are possessed. Now even the viruses and all these things like psychosomatic troubles like cancer, all I would say, the incurable diseases are there because we are triggered into the left side. That's why we are suffering from these diseases which are not curable. So we have to thank really very much Mahavira, who has given us this power to remove our left-sided problems, who has given us this light in our hand, which he himself vibrates, and he himself tries to throw some light on the obscure things about me also. Because of him only, we can get cured of so many physical and mental troubles. You know that the left side can be easily cured if you use 3 candle treatment. That shows Mahavira is only fond of light. He doesn't like darkness. And his idea is, I think that way, is to now fully go all the way to clear the left side as far as possible, to help Sahaja Yoga to be established in countries where I find still a lot of this negativity is there. Lot of it. So he is working it out everywhere. And the psychosomatic diseases and all these diseases also we can work it out with candle light and all that. With 3 candles we can do this trick. So we have to be very thankful to him that he has achieved this kind of entry into the left side and has found out for us what sort of problems exist on the left side. It's such a nice thing that we have got today the chance to celebrate his birthday here in a place which is really very much loved by him. Now you may say that Mahavira is sometimes seen as a person who is naked. So it happened that he had gone in a jungle to meditate and to find out about the left side. And when he got up, you see, he got caught up in one of the bushes. And he had to torn off half part of that. When that half part was torn off, then he came out of those bushes and he was all right. But at the same time, Sri Krishna appeared there on the scene as a little boy from a village. And he said that I am a poor man. This little boy said, I am a poor person, I have nothing with me. You are a king, you can always get your clothes. Why don't you give me this half cloth that you have? And they say so that it was given to this boy and who ran away. He was nobody else but Sri Vishnu. And this, you see, Vishnu took away that cloth, and hardly for about 2 seconds or 3 seconds, because he was a king, you see. And he hid himself with leaves and went to his palace and got dressed. But imagine the people, how negative they are. They just walk without clothes. Jainis, they have, you see, all kinds of taboos against all the worms, everything. It's said, these people have started, that if you do not respect these little animals, like you can say even serpent or any animal which is troublesome and bad, but is a human, is a living thing, so is to be preserved. Now these Jains are mad. I told you that they have gone to such a limit of vegetarianism that they try to save even the bugs, put the bugs in a hut. And the hut has got a Brahmin there. Now these bugs suck the blood of this Brahmin. And once the Brahmin is completely, I should say, sucked in by these bugs, they fall on the ground. Then they allow the Brahmin
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sri Mataji. Now we'll rise our Kundalini and take a bandhan. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.